Tibetan history is not just a tale of mountains and borders. It's a profound journey through centuries of spiritual awakening. Nestled in the heart of the Himalayas, Tibet has long been a cradle of Buddhist wisdom, a sanctuary for seekers, and a beacon of compassion. Its story weaves together struggles for sovereignty, the rise of ancient monasteries, and the preservation of teachings that transcend time. As we walk through the windswept valleys and towering peaks, we find more than just breathtaking landscapes. Here lies the essence of Tibetan culture, a dedication to mindfulness, resilience, and the pursuit of enlightenment. Every stone of the Potala Palace, every prayer flag fluttering in the breeze, whispers a message of hope and perseverance. Tibetan Buddhism, deeply rooted in this land, offers insights into the nature of suffering, the power of compassion, and the journey to inner peace. From the chants of monks in sacred monasteries to the humble prayer wheels spun by the faithful, these traditions are more than rituals. They are living legacies of wisdom passed down through generations. But Tibetan history is not without its challenges. Over the centuries, the people of this mystical land have faced invasions, political upheavals, and cultural erosion. Yet, their spirit remains unbroken. Their commitment to preserving their spiritual heritage shines as a testament to their strength and unity. Today, as we explore the treasures of Tibetan history, we're reminded of its universal relevance. In a world seeking balance and meaning, Tibet's teachings offer a timeless guide. Let us journey together through its story, a story of resilience, faith, and the unyielding pursuit of harmony. Imagine a land where spirituality is not just a practice, but the very heartbeat of existence. A place where prayers drift on the wind, filling vast mountain valleys with their resonance. This is Tibet, a realm of ancient wisdom and unshakable faith, cradled in the lap of the Himalayas. Here, every step carries the weight of centuries-old traditions, and every breath feels like a connection to something greater. Tibetan history is not merely a record of dates and events. It's a profound journey into the soul of humanity. It is a story of how an entire culture found its identity in the teachings of the Buddha, embracing compassion, mindfulness, and the search for inner peace as guiding principles. These teachings were not confined to the grand monasteries or the chants of monks. They were woven into everyday life, from the spinning of prayer wheels to the rhythmic recitation of mantras by shepherds and pilgrims alike. But this history is also one of resilience. Tibet has faced immense challenges, political upheavals, invasions, and attempts to erase its unique culture. Yet, the spirit of its people remains unbroken. They carry forward their traditions with unwavering determination, ensuring that the timeless wisdom of Tibetan Buddhism continues to inspire the world. As we explore Tibetan history, we uncover lessons that transcend time and place. Lessons about the power of compassion to heal, the strength found in simplicity, and the unyielding pursuit of harmony in the face of adversity. Let us embark on this journey together, a journey into the heart of Tibet, where the past isn't just remembered but lived, and where ancient truths offer guidance for the modern world. In Tibetan Buddhism, the mind is regarded as the foundation of all that we experience. The great masters have long taught that reality begins and ends within the mind. Joy and suffering, contentment and struggle, even our very sense of self, all of these arise from our thoughts. By understanding the nature of the mind, we unlock the potential to transform not just our perception, but our entire existence. Imagine this. Every thought is like a ripple on the surface of a vast, still lake. When we're caught in those ripples, those fleeting emotions, worries, or desires, it's easy to forget the stillness that lies beneath. Tibetan wisdom invites us to return to that stillness, to see the mind for what it truly is, boundless, clear, and full of potential. To begin this journey, start with a simple but powerful practice. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and turn your attention inward. Imagine your thoughts as clouds drifting across the sky. Don't cling to them or push them away. Simply observe. Notice how they come and go, and in that noticing, begin to sense the vast, open space of awareness that lies behind them. This is mindfulness, a return to the present moment, where all transformation begins. It's here, in this space of clarity and stillness, that we start to understand the teachings of Tibetan Buddhism. It's not about escaping life's challenges, but embracing them with compassion and wisdom, knowing that every ripple eventually returns to stillness. This is just a glimpse into the deep insights offered by Tibetan history and spirituality. With practice, these teachings can guide us toward inner peace, resilience, and a profound connection to the world around us. Let's take this journey together, one moment of mindfulness at a time. The resonant sound of Tibetan chants, like the timeless mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, carries a beauty that goes far beyond melody. It is a vibrational tool, a sacred bridge that connects us to the energies of compassion and wisdom. In Tibetan Buddhism, these chants are believed to resonate with the very fabric of the universe, aligning our inner selves with the infinite harmony of the cosmos. Imagine monks seated in ancient monasteries, their voices rising and falling in unison. The vibrations of their chants do more than fill the room. They touch the soul, creating a profound sense of connection. Each syllable of Om Mani Padme Hum holds deep meaning, invoking the essence of compassion and reminding us of the boundless love within us all. You don't need to be a monk or visit a monastery to experience this. You can bring this sacred practice into your daily life. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and chant softly, letting the sound flow naturally. If chanting feels unfamiliar, start by listening to recordings of Tibetan mantras or the soothing tones of Tibetan singing bowls. Pay attention to the vibrations, not just in your ears, but in your entire being. Let them move through you, like ripples in water, gently reminding you of your connection to all things. This practice isn't just about sound, it's about transformation. It's a reminder that we are all part of a greater whole, linked by energy and intention. In the simple act of chanting or listening, we align ourselves with the wisdom of Tibetan history, a wisdom that teaches us to live with compassion, mindfulness, and an open heart. Take a few moments today to try this. Feel the vibrations, embrace the stillness, and let the ancient sounds of Tibetan chants guide you back to your true self. This is the legacy of Tibetan spirituality, offering us timeless tools for peace and harmony in a modern world. In Tibetan culture, the mandala is more than just an intricate design. It's a profound symbol of the universe and the spiritual journey. Every line, every color, every detail within a mandala represents the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. It teaches us that the patterns of the cosmos are reflected within us, and our inner world is deeply connected to the outer reality. Imagine gazing at a mandala, its symmetrical shapes and vibrant hues pulling you into its center. This is not just a work of art. It's a map for meditation, a guide for aligning your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the harmony of the universe. Tibetan monks meticulously craft these sacred designs from colored sand, only to sweep them away once completed. A powerful reminder of impermanence and the flow of life. But how does this ancient wisdom apply to you? Take a moment to reflect. How does your inner world shape the reality around you? The thoughts you nurture, the emotions you hold on to, they ripple outward, influencing your environment and the people you touch. The mandala teaches us that by bringing order and peace within ourselves, we can create harmony in our external lives. You don't need to be an artist or a monk to embrace this practice. Start small. Create a corner in your home that reflects the tranquility you seek. A space filled with light, colors, or objects that inspire peace and balance. Use it as a place for quiet reflection, meditation, or simply to breathe deeply. Let this space become your personal mandala, a reflection of your journey toward inner harmony. As you meditate on this practice, remember the wisdom of Tibetan history. It reminds us that the smallest changes within can have the most profound effects on the world around us. Through the Mandala, we learn that we are not separate from the universe. We are part of its infinite, intricate design. Let this realization guide you toward a life of peace, connection, and purpose. Tibetan history is a living testament to the principle of polarity, the idea that opposites not only coexist, but are deeply interconnected. Through times of peace and turmoil, growth and suppression, the teachings of Tibetan Buddhism have endured, flourishing against all odds. This history shows us that light cannot exist without darkness, and joy often emerges from sorrow. Each is an essential part of the whole. In the vast landscapes of Tibet, where the serene beauty of snow-capped peaks contrasts with the harshness of its rugged terrain, we see this principle reflected in nature itself. Tibetan monks have long embraced this duality, understanding that life's challenges and blessings are two sides of the same coin. The wisdom of polarity teaches us that within every moment of despair lies the potential for hope, and within every struggle, a path to strength. How does this apply to our own lives? When faced with hardship, our natural instinct is often to resist, to wish it away. But Tibetan teachings invite us to look deeper. Every challenge carries within it the seed of its opposite. Pain holds the potential for healing. Fear contains the spark of courage. Failure paves the way for growth. By shifting our perspective, we can uncover the lessons hidden within our struggles. To practice this, start with self-reflection. When you encounter pain or difficulty, pause and ask, what is this experience teaching me? How can I grow from this? Instead of resisting, lean into the discomfort with curiosity and openness. This simple yet powerful shift in mindset can transform even the most difficult moments into opportunities for profound growth. The history of Tibet reminds us that duality is not something to fear, but to embrace. It's a reminder that life, in all its complexity, is a balance of opposites. By learning to see the beauty in both light and shadow, we can navigate our own journeys with wisdom and compassion, just as the Tibetan people have done for centuries. Let this wisdom guide you, helping you find harmony within life's inevitable contrasts. For centuries, Tibetans have lived in harmony with the cycles of nature and life. The harsh, unyielding winters and the brief, radiant summers of their land are more than just weather patterns. They mirror the rhythms of existence itself. From the rising sun to the changing seasons, Tibetan culture embraces these cycles, recognizing them as sacred. Through rituals and ceremonies, they honor the ebb and flow of life, teaching us the profound importance of adaptation and trust. Imagine the Tibetan prayer flags fluttering in the wind. They do not resist the gusts, but move with them, carrying prayers to the heavens. This is the essence of Tibetan wisdom, an acceptance of life's natural rhythms. The cold, barren winters remind us of rest and introspection, while the fleeting beauty of summer teaches us to cherish the present moment. Both are necessary, each serving its unique purpose. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are there times when you resist these natural cycles? Do you push through exhaustion, refusing to rest? Or perhaps you struggle with change, clinging to what was instead of embracing what is? Tibetan teachings invite us to see these cycles not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Start by observing the rhythm of your day, your week, your year. Are you allowing space for both activity and stillness, for both creation and reflection? If you find yourself fighting against these natural phases, pause. Take a breath. Trust that every phase, even the challenging ones, has something to teach you. Rest isn't a sign of weakness, it's preparation for growth. Change isn't loss, it's transformation. The story of Tibetan history, intertwined with the cycles of its land, reminds us of a timeless truth. Life flows, and we must flow with it. By aligning ourselves with these rhythms, we can find balance, harmony, and peace, even in the face of life's unpredictability. Trust the cycles, embrace their wisdom, and let them guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Karma, a cornerstone of Tibetan Buddhism, is more than just a concept. It is a profound reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. It teaches us that every action we take sends ripples into the universe, ripples that eventually return to us. Karma is not about punishment or reward, but about balance, about maintaining the harmony of existence. Positive actions nurture growth and kindness, while negative actions create discord and suffering. In Tibetan culture, karma is woven into daily life. The people understand that their choices, no matter how small, carry consequences that extend far beyond the present moment. Lighting a butter lamp in a temple, helping a neighbor, or simply offering a kind word, each of these acts plants seeds of compassion that will one day bloom. Conversely, unkindness or thoughtlessness disturbs the natural harmony, creating obstacles not only for others, but also for oneself. Take a moment to reflect on your own actions today. Were they guided by kindness, mindfulness, and compassion? Or were they driven by haste, frustration, or indifference? Tibetan wisdom urges us to act consciously, to be fully present in our choices, knowing that each decision shapes not only our own lives, but the lives of those around us. To embrace this wisdom, start small. When you speak, let your words be kind. When you act, let your actions be thoughtful. Even in moments of difficulty, choose patience over anger, generosity over selfishness. These simple shifts create positive energy, aligning you with the flow of harmony that karma seeks to maintain. Tibetan history, with its rich spiritual heritage, reminds us that what we sow, we will one day reap. Every choice is an opportunity to create a better world, not just for ourselves, but for all beings. Let this understanding of karma inspire you to live with intention, compassion, and gratitude, knowing that every action, no matter how small, has the power to shape the future. Tibetan spirituality beautifully illustrates the balance between masculine and feminine energies, a dance of complementary forces that exist within each of us. These energies are not tied to gender, but represent universal qualities. The masculine embodies action, structure, and logic, while the feminine represents intuition, receptivity, and reflection. Together, they create harmony, like the interplay of the sun and moon, light and shadow. This balance is a central theme in Tibetan practices, such as tantric meditation, which seeks to harmonize these energies within the self. By integrating action with reflection, logic with intuition, we align with the natural rhythm of life, where both forces work together to create wholeness. The imbalance of either energy can lead to disharmony. Too much action without reflection results in burnout, while too much passivity without action leads to stagnation. Take a moment now to reflect on your own life. Are you leaning too heavily into one energy? Perhaps you find yourself constantly on the move, focusing on achieving goals, but neglecting the quiet space needed for reflection and intuition. Or maybe you spend much of your time in thought and introspection, but struggle to take decisive action. If you sense an imbalance, begin by integrating its counterpart into your daily life. For example, if you are action-oriented, carve out time for stillness, a few minutes of meditation or journaling to reconnect with your inner self. If you are naturally reflective, challenge yourself to act on your insights, turning ideas into tangible steps. Even small adjustments can create a more harmonious flow. The teachings of Tibetan history remind us that balance is not static. It is a dynamic process of awareness and adjustment. Just as the Tibetan landscape shifts between the stillness of snow-covered peaks and the vitality of summer meadows, so too must we adapt to the natural rhythms of our inner energies. Let this wisdom guide you toward greater harmony within yourself and in your interactions with the world. When we balance action with reflection, logic with intuition, we create a life that is not only effective, but deeply fulfilling, aligned with the timeless teachings of Tibetan spirituality. Tibetan history is more than a record of events. It's a treasure trove of wisdom, a blueprint for living a life of purpose, compassion, and balance. Each chapter of this rich history carries lessons that resonate far beyond the borders of the Himalayas, offering timeless guidance for navigating the complexities of modern life. The resilience of the Tibetan people in the face of hardship reminds us of the strength found in unity and perseverance. Their reverence for the cycles of nature teaches us to live in harmony with the world around us. The teachings of Tibetan Buddhism, rooted in compassion and mindfulness, inspire us to look inward, cultivate kindness, and approach life with a sense of sacred intention. As we reflect on these principles, ask yourself, which of these teachings speaks to your soul? Is it the practice of mindfulness, the cultivation of compassion, or perhaps the reminder to embrace balance in all things? Whatever it may be, take a moment to let that wisdom guide your thoughts and actions today. And let's continue this journey together. Share your reflections, your experiences, and the lessons that resonate with you most deeply. By creating a dialogue rooted in this ancient wisdom, we can carry forward the teachings of Tibetan history into our modern world. Together, we can weave these principles into our lives, spreading the timeless message of compassion, balance, and purpose. The story of Tibetan history is not just a story of the past. It is a living legacy, one that invites us to be mindful of our actions, thoughtful in our choices, and compassionate in our interactions. Let's honor this legacy by keeping its wisdom alive, one step at a time, in everything we do.